Cooney, loser, bold guy. Cooney, 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 Cooney. Cooney, 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 Cooney. Cooney, 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 Cooney. Cooney, Cooney, upstays alive.
Welcome back to Raccoon Tweets. This is a special episode. Yeah, dude. We got 100 episodes of 10 Minutes of Shop.
Yes.
So we're celebrating with extra Raccoon Tweeties. What? Different
the
show.
hell?
What's going on, Dee? We're here. We got a new thing, as we talk about on 10 Minutes of Shop, but that comes out tomorrow. Ever heard of it? Unless you're in Australia. But before I talk about it, how are you doing?
Oh, dude, I'm doing great. We had a fucking stellar evening last night, dude.
Yeah, dude, we got into it. We did a show at Flappers.
Yeah, dude.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
A Flappers show. As many of you know, both of us have been gadooshing Flappers, mainly me, for years. And the story of it is that Jesus Sepulveda, who Gerardo has been touring with for a while, thought it would be funny to put me on the show. Put me on a Flapper show. This was like a month ago or so.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, are you sure about that?
Yeah.
And I was like, tell him, make sure he knows. You know that
I said, no, dude, hell no.
Yeah, you didn't. You're like, don't do that.
Yeah.
And Jesus was like, no, I want to. And he's a hawk.
Oh, no, you said tell. Oh, I thought you were saying something else.
Oh, well,
No, I wanted you on the show the
you
whole
did?
time.
Okay,
dude, what the hell?
Oh yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe you're like, are you sure? But you're like,
Why do you keep doing this, dude? No,
You never checked Gerardo, Jesus to be like, are you sure?
never. No. No.
I mean, I could douche them hard.
I know Jesus, though, dude.
Yeah, that's true. You both just go.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, dude. You got
Well, I
this
appreciate
weird.
it.
You got this weird little man in your head that's trying to like shoot you down, dude, all the time. Like fucking, he's trying to say no. He's trying to say no.
Well, I've seen what you do with your haircuts, so I always have to check. But I mean, like, I would think that you'd want to make sure that he like understands fully what
Yeah.
I've been doing. I did say that Flappers doesn't have clean drinking water.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, you're allowed to
bathroom.
spit facts, dude.
but so he put me on it, and then it finally came up April 27th. Shout out to the people that came. Shout out to Troy McClure for coming.
Yes.
Shout out to Caitlin Jeffers, Lisa Chanou, Scott Lurs. Thank you for coming to the show. But I guess I'll just tell the story of the show.
I mean, dude, first of all, you did not do Nanette justice, dude.
Oh yeah, we gotta get back.
What the hell's the matter with you, dude?
Well, we already did on Timo, so in my mind
It deserves more, dude.
this is great. Well, shout out to Paul C.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Yeah.
We didn't make this, dude. The creative genius behind Paul C2, whoever the hell you are, dude.
Yeah, whoever, it may be a fake pig.
Dude, Troy McClure's name's not even Troy McClure.
Yeah.
I walked out of the Flappers yesterday and I went, Troy McClure, and he wasn't looking. And I was like, oh, yeah, he told me his real name.
Yeah. We
know what I
won't say his real name on earwaves.
No, Andrew.
Andrew, yes. We'll call him Andrew for now.
Yeah.
But this thing right here, dude, freaking Paul pulled this out of his creative brain. You know, he got that big brain on him.
Yeah.
And if you notice, it's basically the Joe Rogan gun thing, but Nanette. Hannah Gatsby alert. Because, she's been a big part of the show. We reviewed her on the Patreon, so if you're not on the Patreon, get on it so you can watch what we think about that best special ever seen.
Yes.
You know?
Also, you got to get to the Gringo Papi.
Right.
What's today, dude?
Today is the second year anniversary. 2 years ago, we were graced with the frickin' Gringo Papi.
Yeah.
The greatest stand-up special of all time.
And that's why
improv.
we're recording a little late today. We got some lunch, watched the Gringo Papi twice, and now we're here.
Yeah, I went to Lucky Boy and we got big burritos.
Yeah.
So that's a lot to, do a podcast after. I did also drop a big sausage on my pants.
Well, dude, I'm a Latino. I need a burrito once a week.
Page 7.
Latino handout, dude.
Latino handout 7 times a week. Because it's not once. So white people is once a week for tater tots.
Yeah.
Latinos 7 times a week.
But go ahead. I mean, we've done it before, dude, but I love it. You spit game, dude. Tell us what it means to you, dude. The Gringo Papi, go for it.
Well, I was a viewer of comedy before I watched it, but now I feel like I'm part of comedy.
Yeah.
I have seen some of the greats, George Carlton, Richard Pryor, Steve-O, and I always wanted to be like them.
Yep.
But now I know that that's not possible because the greats are just different. Dallas, That special was different.
Yeah, dude.
It was a good shit. It was like, I mean, it's amazing. It changed both of our lives. I desperately want another one.
Yeah.
But what we did was I did the first 5 minutes of the Gringo Papi. Gerardo filmed it very well, and we put it on the Patreon, and they loved it there. And it's the anniversary. We couldn't just keep it on there. We want to let you guys see it too. So we're releasing that. Are we releasing it today? Tomorrow.
We'll figure it out. It'll be on the YouTube by the time.
By the time you see this, you'll have seen it.
Yeah.
Hopefully it does well. If you like it, let us know. The next 5 minutes are already on the Patreon. So
the first draft.
Yeah, the first. Yeah. Well, we'll probably film it again.
Yeah.
Because the first one we filmed it a few times.
Yeah.
Because it's really hard. It's one thing to memorize Shab shit, but it's another thing to like get into the character
and
to
be
Shab,
him.
to be him.
Yeah.
Right. That's like Daniel Day-Lewis shit. Mine don't matter and count. But I pull out my "There Will Be Shab," in the name of the Shabber.
I mean, if only we can do all 5 sections of the 25-minute special that is Gringo Papi, and then the last one is filmed at Flappers, dude. That would be epic.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
But there's not a chance, dude.
No.
We managed to help Flappers create new policies, dude. They're gonna want to know the lineup of every single show from now on, dude.
Yeah, they may that. What if that's a policy change at Flappers?
It's gonna happen, dude.
They're gonna require that you have to. All headliners must submit names, like a terrorist watch list. It's the first ever Flappers. Fucking. This is a step closer to the joke that Lynch came up with, where it's like he asked me do you think at Flappers they have one of those pictures up like they do at convenience stores where like the people that steal shit, like this guy can't be here anymore. So I guess we'll go into it.
That'll be your first fucking ending up on a wall at a comedy club thing, dude. You know what I mean?
The first one is getting banned, not performing, not getting passed. You either get passed at a comedy club or you get banned.
If they do instill a new policy, I'm sorry for cutting you off.
No.
What other comics do you think? Because they can't just put comics that can't perform here, Brendan Cooney, and that's it.
I mean, that would be hilarious. I'm the only one in the history of the whole club. They've never banned anyone else. That would be that might not be great for my resume.
Yeah,
but it's cool. I told Jesus we're outlaws.
Yeah.
80. Mm-hmm. When he was walking out, I was like, look at us, two outlaws. Actually, 4 or 5 outlaws. Yeah. Because we got to count you, Danny, and Pat.
Yep.
We just do things different, Burbank, right? Hawks move and Hawk ways. Hawk rule number 897. If you don't want me at a club, too bad. I already performed there, right? I did 7 minutes. I went over the light too. Every one of us, I think, ran over the light.
I did not.
You didn't run over the light? Well, I know.
I was too stressed to run the light.
Oh yeah, you were going through it a little bit. You were nervous,
dude. I was shaking as soon as all the issues started.
Okay, so what happened? So I'll tell you from my perspective. Eventually, when I have Jesus on, we'll say what Jesus did too. But
I mean, he's going to come on the show. We're gonna juice this event.
Yeah.
For the next 3 months, I think.
I showed up at early-ish. I got there. I walked up to the club, and I looked at the front, and I immediately saw Barb in a dress. And that in of itself was scary. But then I realized it was Barb. And I was like, well, I don't want to go in that way. So I walked over to the second entrance because I've been there before. I know where the green room is.
I know my Flappers, Daddy.
Unfortunately for them, I have a fucking map of Flappers in my mind. So I walked in the back, and I'm walking in there, and I'm like, for sure someone's going to stop me. Like, I'm just headed to the green room by myself. Like, there's going to be. I see Josh. I see Barb, and nobody stops me. I walk into the green room. This place is a joke. Flappers is not serious. It's not a serious place. This lady that looks like a younger version of Barb immediately after I'm in the green room comes walking in. I'm like, here we go. I'm getting kicked out. Because when I got in the green room, no one was there.
Yeah.
Empty. Besides like a soda bottle or something. A glass of soda.
Yeah.
And then, so she goes in, she looks at me, says hi, and then takes a shit. And then leaves and doesn't say a word to me. I'm just sitting there looking at my phone like, oh, I got my hat on, I got my big dick. Sorry about that. No, I'm trying to hide.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, where the fuck are these guys? I'm like, am I at the wrong place? And nobody was there, dude. Not even fucking Danny.
Yeah.
Oh, he was Danny's with you.
Yeah.
So Lisa, the people I told to come were there, and they text me and they're like, we're outside. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'm just going to go outside. Hopefully I don't run into anybody or whatever. I go outside, and they put vines up where the patio was, so you can't see. I was figuring I could walk in through the patio. You can't even walk in through the patio anymore.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck. And then you had just told me that you were coming, so I just waited for you, and you showed up all nervous, dude. I mean, I was nervous too, but you were clearly nervous.
I was not nervous yet. No.
I think it seemed like, because remember when we were walking in, you were like, you were going to walk in the front. I was like, no, we can go in the back. And you said, oh, thank God. Didn't you?
Well, no, I saw Barb and I was like, oh shit, that's Barb.
Yeah,
But that's not nervous, dude.
Yeah.
I'm also have a tripod, cameras. I'm like ready to film something right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we go in, and at that point, it's almost as if, they don't care.
Yeah.
Like, because I haven't seen me yet. I don't know if they know I'm on it, but nothing has happened. And then you leave for a minute and you come back and you tell the rest of it.
Oh yeah, I got a text message from. Okay, so we had a cute phone call with Jesus on speaker, where everyone's like, talking to Jesus.
Yeah.
And then Jesus texts me and he's like, "Can you get away from the guys and give me a call real quick?" And I didn't even compute that Brendan Cooney's here and it's a big deal for Flappers. Mm-hmm. I was like, oh, okay, this does happen sometimes where he wants to say like, okay, this is the order. Can you please tell somebody that?
Yeah.
And he doesn't want anyone to be self-conscious about it or something like that, right?
Sure.
So that's literally where my brain went. I was like, oh, okay, he just wants me to talk to the sound guy or something.
Yeah.
And then I call him and he goes, dude.
Anytime a phone call starts like that with Jesus, dude, it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, dude. And he just basically told me, that they were not happy. I don't know if you want to say this part.
Yeah,
go for it.
I thought you could say it. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't feel comfortable saying it, but yeah.
I'll say it.
Go for it. Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so he has this you have this conversation. I'm not there. I don't know what's going on. So you come back into the room, and I'm like nervous because these people hate me, and I know that. Deep down somewhere, I know that. and you look at me, and Pat's like fucking joking around, like Pat Riley. He's like doing his like crazy, like wacky bits. He's like grabbing my leg, and he's like making fun of Danny. He's like, "Don't get him water," and like, "Suck my dick, Danny." And I'm like, and then this fucking guy Valentino comes in, and he's just like like high energy, decked out, and he's like, "What's up, yo?" Like doing all this wacky shit. And like, so on my mind, I'm like, like I'm everywhere. And then you come in and you're looking at me and you're like, you're not saying anything. You're just making these crazy like face things and going like, and like doing all this shit, trying to like give me what's going on. And I'm like,
now I'm fucking nervous, dude.
Yeah.
By the
way. I don't know what at first I'm like, and you just keep doing it. I'm like, what do you want to?
Yeah.
And I'm like, can you text me? Like, I'm trying to, and the host is there too, so you don't want her to know. And like, you're like, no. And you're like doing like, and then you go, just, it's all good though. It's all, you kept,
you're good.
You would have like these, like,
I kept saying it was hilarious. I said, it's so hilarious, dude. It's so fucking hilarious.
Do you remember what you were doing?
Yes, I do.
Do you want to act it out?
I said, Flappers. And I didn't say the words though. I said, Flappers is yelling at Jesus, dude.
I didn't get any of that. Yeah,
dude.
But so, and you'd be like going up to like, I want to describe it as like, when you were doing that, your nervousness was like here.
Yeah.
And then it would go all the way down because you would go, but it's all good because you're trying to make me feel okay. Because you see me like, I'm freaking out. Because I got you doing all that. Pat's grabbing my leg. Valentino's going out of control, and the host is mad because Jesus is not there. So the host is like, she's like, "What's the lineup?" And she was like asking me, even though I'm like the least. I've not been on the road with you guys. I don't know the deal. And she's like, "Well, what do you think?" I'm like, "What do I think?" I think I'm not allowed to perform, Courtney. I thought, and in fact, Courtney, I thought the other black woman before you was Courtney. And I did call her Courtney.
Oh no.
Remember that? Because she came in and she was like in the room and she was like, and I was like, "Is that you?" And she's like, "Yeah." I pointed at the thing that said Courtney, and then I'm like, "What?" And then she's like, "My name is whatever." I'm like, "Well, you're weird. You're even weirder than the other people at Flappers." But so, anyway, so we're doing that bit, and finally, you like sort of explained.
Well, first of all, what you just explained that I did on my end, mission accomplished, dude. Because I needed to let you know that shit was going down. Because the phone call was like, oh no. Like, Jesus was like, do not tell Cooney. And in my head, I was like, I'm telling Cooney. I have to tell Cooney something. And so I literally didn't tell you. So I didn't like disobey Jesus.
Yeah.
I was just like, I can't say anything, dude.
Right.
But dude, this is going down, dude. That shit. And then I was like, it's all good. It's all good. I said, it's hilarious. And we'll tell you later, but it's all good.
So I don't, in the chronology of what happened, I don't know if it makes more sense to just say the full story or like say it chronologically, but might as well just do it chronologically. So anyways, we do that.
I start telling you, do not shit on the club, dude. Yeah. Do not shit on the club.
You're basically saying, in a way, kind of what you've been saying, where it's like, just don't shit on the club. You know, like Jesus doesn't care what you do, but it's like, just be professional or whatever. And I'm listening to you, I'm like, I don't really understand what that means in the moment, you know, but I'm like, I have an idea of it. And then you kind of explain, and then you tell me, I think you tell me, you're like, basically, Josh is yelling at Jesus. And Josh is the booker. And you guys don't know this guy. Some of you probably do, actually, if you
saw the documentary.
Yeah. If you saw the documentary or if you watched the pilot.
By the way, episode 100 of Raccoon Tweeties, one of our best episodes of all time.
Yeah,
it's us watching the documentary.
They're delivering food now.
We get the most compliments on that episode.
And shout out, I mean, go through the YouTube, look at the old videos, because Gerardo's in it, the pilot. We shot a pilot.
Oh, yeah.
we did a live read of my pilot. So that's about flappers. Shocker. So you're telling me, you're basically like, Josh is yelling at Jesus, and he's furious. But you can go on. Just don't shit on the club. So I'm like, all right. And then Jesus gets there like late, right? And they're stressed out. The sound guy's giving us shit. The host is giving us shit. And like we still don't know the lineup or whatever. And he comes in. He's like looking at it. He gives the lineup or whatever. He's looking at me like this motherfucker. Like not in a mad, like not in like an angry way. Just like I can see in his face. He's like he can't say anything because the host is there, but he's like acknowledging like all of this is ridiculous what I'm dealing with. So he's like walking around, but he plays it cool. He does the lineup or whatever, and the host goes up, and I'm about to like she has like 10 minutes or whatever, and I'm like, getting ready to go up. And Jesus is outside with me. He's like, how you doing, man? I'm like, I'm good. And I'm like, so what's going on? You know? And he's like, he basically gives me an abbreviated version. He's like, you know, yeah, they were just like worried about you. And like, he's like, they said you couldn't go up. But I was like, he's my opener. He has to go up. And but then Josh was like, okay with it. He was like, I'll let this slide. Or he didn't say that at that time. Yeah. But he was like, Josh says, okay. But so I went to him. I said, okay, cool. As like a sign of respect, I'm going to tell Brennan not to shit on the club. You know, because they think you're going to go up there and be like, fuck Flappers. Flappers sucks. That was not my plan.
It was your plan.
No, I have the script. I'll read off what I said. I mean, maybe they want to know.
Do you want to do it now or do you want to do it later?
I mean, it could be part of it. I texted it to people, so let's see.
Let me find it, and I'll be right back.
Okay.
All right, go for it, dude.
All right. So, like, to be totally honest with the listeners, I was, like, super busy with different shit, including getting drunk that one night.
It's been a busy week for us.
And so I had all this shit going on, and also I didn't really think, I mean, in my mind, I'm like, there's, like, a good chance they're not going to let me on, you know? Because they almost didn't. But I was like, I was having some writer's block as far as like flapper shit. Yeah. But I was never going to go on there and be like, well, I did. I mean, I did come to you and say that I was going to do a flapper sucks chant. And I told some other people that, and they were like, don't do that. Even the people that were like very into my flapper shit, they were like, no, don't do flapper sucks. I told that to Lisa, and she was like, they would kick us out. Yeah. I was like, you're right. But I wrote some stuff that's like I thought was tame. Right? So I was going to go up there. This is what I was going to do. And I did do some of this stuff.
I never even told you not to do the flapper sucks chant, but I did get a lot. I told you you're giving me anxiety, Cooney.
Yeah, okay, maybe. Yeah, I mean, everyone I told was like, that's probably, they at least hinted at that not being a good idea. What I did, all right, well, let me say, before I read what I was going to say, Jesus was telling me this shit, and in my mind, and Pat, I was just talking to Pat too, and Pat was like, you got to talk shit. But he didn't know what
was all happening.
But so, and I'm like, I got to say something. And I'm talking to Jesus, and he's like, just don't shit on the club. And I'm like, okay, yeah, you're right. But how about if I go up there and I'm like, it's great to be back at the Macaroni Grill. Like, it's almost as if like, so I'll tell you what I did say. All right, I say to Jesus, what if I said the Macaroni Grill thing? And he's kind of looking at me like, it's almost as if I'm like, you're someone has just told you what to do, and you go, okay, I get it. And then you say the exact opposite. Mm-hmm. But he's like, and he's like, you know what, fuck it, just do what you want. It was exactly like you said.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I was like, all right, cool. And so in my head, I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to cut out everything I'm going to say, but I'm going to say that at least. Because like, that's not even a diss. Plus,
it used to be a macaroni grill.
Yeah, there used to be a macaroni grill. And it leads into a joke where I can be like, I'm always forgetting the names of things, and then do that joke, which I think is
by the way, it did not work.
I mean,
the joke worked, but like the connecting piece between the two, it just looked like you just wanted to diss him really quick, dude. I swear to God, it did not look like it made sense for the joke.
Probably not. I mean, because I just thought of that on the fly. The joke worked itself.
Yeah.
I mean.
But as far as it being like the master plan of like, oh, it'll look like I was just doing a bit. No, dude.
Fair enough. I would not call it a master plan.
Because there was a Flappy Fries fucking chunk in the middle of that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you started talking about Flappy Fries after saying the macaroni grill, dude.
Fuck. Well, I had to cut out a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So I was going to be like, and this could have absolutely bombed.
Also, if Brendan's down, I'll put the whole set on Patreon.
Yeah, I mean, it's great to be back in the Macaroni Grill. I did say that. And then I was going to say, Flappers Comedy Club. And then I was going to say, a lot of comedy clubs around here used to be like a Chili's or a GameStop. And I go, and so this is not really talking shit. And I go, there will probably be some people that come here tonight looking to try and return a video game. I was going to say, Flappers staff will have to be like, we don't have video games, but we do have Jesus Sepulveda. He's very funny. And we also have some white asshole. Because I thought the crowd might like that. Yeah. I'm trying to be, the white guy. And then I was going to say, I think I'm a cheese mozo.
And you spelled it terribly wrong.
I talk a lot of shit. I gossip. I make fun of this club a lot online. I make fun of this club every day. One time I tweeted that Flappers didn't have clean drinking water. And then I was going to be like, they don't. They have clean drinking water, sir. And I was going to do a bit with the table. And then I was going to be like, make some noise. No, I was like, that's not true. I'm surprised that they let me back in here. Make some noise if you're having Flappy Fries tonight, which I sort of did.
You did do that.
Yeah. And then I was going to say, make some noise if this club calls their French fries Flappy Fries and their tots Flappy Tots. Flappy Tots is also my nickname backstage. And then I was gonna like go and I was gonna be like, all right. I've talked so much shit about Flappers and online. I want to make it good. Okay, can I do that? And I was gonna make the audience be like, hey, or whatever. I was like, can I do that? Can I get a bowl of fries for somebody in the crowd? And I was gonna have Lisa be like, I'll take it, and I'd be like, get them a bowl of fries. And then I was gonna say, put it on Gerardo's tab, which I essentially did. Yeah. So it's not that much different from what I actually did. But there was gonna be a little more vitriol. I was gonna keep it professional because I figured they're letting me do it. Maybe they didn't care at all. And like, I'm not just, Rick Wood told me to just read off my tweets. But it's like the crowd would not understand that at all. Yeah. So I had to think of the crowd a little bit. So, but I did my shit. So anyways, I go up there. It's also, when the host was like, what song do you want to do? I had no idea. And Pat said, Return of the Mac.
Oh, yeah,
so it's
dude.
like Flappers has yelled and screamed and said, I will never do the show. I won't, literal quote, he will not step foot
on our stage.
Yeah. And then I'm not only am I stepping foot on the stage in the main room, first
comic of
the night, dude. And I just go up there and it's like, Return of the Mac. Once again, Josh is just like, Barb is like fucking
foaming at them.
She's got like this 2 stress balls or she, the bit that I was making, I don't know if this will work on a podcast, but after the show, I met up with Troy McClure and Katie, and Troy Troy's like, I met Barb. I saw Barb, man. She's pretty cool in my book.
She's pretty cool.
Because like they were trying to go to the bathroom and somebody was not letting them, and then Barb came in and she was like, no, it's that week. Go ahead and use the bathroom. And I was joking around like she was just saying that like as soon as you turn around, she's got like a wire. And she goes like this. Squeezes. Like, oh, you think he's funny? Is he funny now? The Green Goblin voice. Kill him, Barb. Kill Raccoon Tweety's Barb.
David sends his regards.
Yeah, it's like Josh. This is for Josh. And so, anyway, so I do this. I go up first. The audience is cool. You know, they're not obviously. They have no idea who this crazy Bill Burr looking dude is. Mm-hmm. The host was good. She kind of like softened it up and gave me some bits to work off of. Anyways, it goes cool, and I get off. I see Josh, and at this point, when I've seen Josh, I don't know any really of what's going on. I give a little bit. I know he's yelled, but I go like this: "What's up, man?" And he's like, "Hey," like, and walks away, and like that. But I don't really know fully what's happened until we go outside. Because then Jesus tells the whole story.
Yeah.
Which is like, I don't know if I could do it justice.
You know, I mean, we can repeat what Jesus said, but then he'll probably come on here and make it even better, dude, because it was just like, it was the, dude, like, I can't explain to you how perfect it all was, really. Yeah. I could do without the stress, but it was so perfect. Yeah. Like, I thought that, I kept telling you, like, it's not a big deal, dude. They're gonna not care. Like, nobody cares, dude. Yeah. And it's not a big deal. And then as soon as Jesus said that to me, I started laughing hard. But then I couldn't help but I was shaking, dude. I never fucking shake, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's right. It was very nerve-wracking. And I can only imagine because you're the guy, you have to film everything.
Yeah.
And then, like, you're also the closest to me on it. So it's like you brought this cancer in. So, and you thought that the reason they wouldn't let us film was because of me at first, right?
Well, yeah, it has to do with you, dude. It has
for sure.
Yeah,
but you said they don't
let people film, but I'm sure they turn a blind eye every now and again.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
And they also let us film after you got off stage, so that's where I'm like, yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess they couldn't film because of me, and yeah, man, So, all right. So I'll say we all do the show.
I go up and I fucking bomb at the beginning and then I save it towards the end. I felt like I was treading in mud, dude. I was just
at least half was.
I was sinking.
You picked up the bag, buddy.
Because they told me before I went on stage that I could film now. And like halfway through Patrick's set too. So I'm like setting up the cameras and then I can't find my memory card and I'm like, it's a lost fucking cause.
Yeah.
I go into the room, I have enough time to stretch and then I go on stage.
Yeah.
Yeah. And bomb.
I mean, that's a tough thing. I don't really like having to do things while I'm about to do stand-up.
Yeah.
It fucks with my head.
Oh yeah.
But you're going to become like a Navy SEAL. Being able to fucking just quickly switch and shit.
The ending was good.
You know, you're fucking going through the fire.
Yeah.
You're like Jocko Willink. You know what your biggest mistake was? The whole night. Your biggest mistake. When you found out that you didn't have your SD card, you should have been like, good. That's where you fucked up, dude. But so
I did have it. I just didn't know where it was.
It's up your ass. You fucking
Sharpie.
You thought it was a Sharpie, so you put it up your butt. We all do this shit, and Jesus, when we're outside, he tells us what actually happened. So he's super late. He did like a lot of time at the Improv, and he's driving there, and he gets a phone call. And correct me when I'm wrong. So stop me. So he gets a phone call from Josh, and the first phone call is like, "Hey," he's like, "Hey, what's up?" And Josh is like, "Hey, what's the lineup for tonight?" And like the bookers never ask that, I guess, or at least Flappers hasn't. And Jesus is like, just a bunch of my openers. Why? He immediately knows why though. And Josh is like, okay, all right. And then like time goes by, right? And then he calls him again, right? And he's like, he's like done the math from my Twitter. And he's like, is Brendan Cooney on the show tonight? And Jesus is like, yeah. And you know what's funny about this is almost exactly the same conversation I had with Josh when he called me about the tweet. Remember when I tweeted, no, not recently, a while ago when Donald Trump got sick from COVID, I photoshopped a Flappers tweet to make it look like they were tweeting, "We're with you, Mr. President. We love you so much." And he made me take that down. He called me up and he was like, "Hey, you tweeted our logo. Hey, you can't do that." And I was like, "Oh, my bad, man." But it began with like, he was like, "Hey, we saw your Twitter." I'm like, "Okay." And he's like, "You have a recent tweet that you said that." And I was like, "Oh, okay." You never really give them. They want you to say, "Oh, geez, my bad. Sorry, I know." But no, when people call you because they want to fucking gadoosh you, act like you don't have no idea what they're talking about.
You gotta say to yourself, what would Nanette do, dude?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
You think she would fucking give people rope?
No.
She's never given an inch of rope.
Never.
So he was talking to Josh, and Josh is like, "That guy has been talking shit about our." He didn't say it earlier.
He's been bashing our club for years.
Yeah. He's doing that. Like, he cannot be on our stage. He will never set foot on our stage. Like, you're lucky the owner's not here. She would be livid. And she wasn't.
He is lucky, dude.
But she was fucking.
Yeah.
She was literally there.
I think maybe Josh was saying, "You're lucky I'm not telling the owner because she will."
Oh, you don't think Barb knew?
Maybe she does. Now she does for sure.
Yeah.
Day after?
I mean, I tweeted about it already. And in fact, the first tweet I deleted because it didn't do well was I took a picture of her and Pete Davidson and Machine Gun Kelly, and I said 3 tickets for challengers, please. I should just put that in the Discord because it's just not a good tweet. So anyways, he's like yelling at him on the phone. and he's like, "You will not." And Josh is thinking in his mind, I'm putting myself like that. I'm gonna tell Jesus this, and Jesus is gonna be like, "Oh, well, yeah, of course, yeah." So, but Jesus is like, "Well, I hear you, but he's my opener, so he's got to go on." And Josh is like, "Oh, you can, blah blah blah," and he's like, "Well, I understand, but like you can't tell me because it's like I pick the comics, you do the club stuff, right? Mm-hmm. That's how it works." And Josh is like, I don't even. I have to think about this. I'll talk to you later, and hangs up on him.
Did you miss the best part of this whole thing?
I might have. What happened?
When Josh said, "Go on Twitter and go to his right now."
Oh, I fucking missed it. Yes, that is funny. Yeah,
that's the best part of this whole night.
Yeah, dude, you're right. So he's like, yeah, he's like, go. He keeps saying, he doesn't say that just one time. He like while Jesus is trying to, calm this psychopath down. Josh keeps saying, "Go on his Twitter and look at it right now. Look at it." And while Jesus is telling me this, I have already forgotten what I had tweeted because in my mind, I had just tweeted that like I have a show tonight or whatever. I didn't realize that the original tweet, which is what I quote tweeted, says, "Flappers has no self-respect." It's the Obama hope thing, my face. And
Flappers has no self-respect.
Flappers has no self-respect. And so the quote tweet has that, and it has a thing that says like 2 free tickets. So I've like scammed the club out of like money and like, so I've gotten 4 free tickets from Flappers. And I'm saying they have no self-respect, and I'm saying that I'm performing there. As if they're okay with any of that.
How the fuck did we do this, dude?
All I did was try to, and I was legitimately serious. I was like, all I did was try to promote the show. I tried to get people out, but I forgot. I forgot that I should have
no self-respect.
And so like that, now it makes more sense as to why he would be mad about specifically the Twitter. But that's such a ridiculous thing. Even Jesus was saying that. He was like, no one has ever said that to him. Like, pull up his Twitter right now. Look at it. You won't believe what you see. So he gets there. Jesus parks. He's walking up, and Josh is waiting for him outside the door. He's like, like all angry and shit. And Jesus walks up to him, and before Jesus says anything, Josh is like, "Hey, I thought about it, and what we talked about earlier, I'm gonna let it slide this time." So then Jesus says, he's like, but Jesus had lines. He memorized exactly what, and he was doing them, and they're pretty funny.
Oh yeah.
He kept, and it was like, it was crushing at outside and at fucking In and Out. So yeah, I mean,
Jesus asked him like, "Is this one guy like, what's it called? Making you lose business?" Yeah.
And I guess that maybe that sent some like thoughts of reason to Josh's head, maybe.
Yeah.
Because it's like, no, I'm not. This is a fucking random, this is one show that of which that guy has brought people at one night, like not that much time. He's not going to go up there and be like, Flapper sucks. I'm like, well,
You wanted to.
I wanted to. So maybe it's good that they check, every once in a while you need a handler.
If anything, you're extending an olive branch and they're saying no, daddy.
I know, dude. Barb called me this morning and she like,
Allegedly.
yeah, she called me this morning. She was like, hello. And I'm like, hello, who is this? And she's like, yeah, this is Bob. Can I speak to Brandon Cooney? And I said, no, and I hung up. No, she didn't call me.
Well, I'll tell you what, we have something lined up right now. It's a new piece of Flappers content that we never seen before.
Cool.
Apparently the mayor visited, right?
Yeah, which mayor?
The mayor of Indonesia.
Mayor that should get recalled.
And so I wanted to watch that with you, but I also wanted to know, do you have confidence that there's already a comment on this video about you?
No, I don't think so, but that'd be awesome.
There's going to be, daddy.
You think so?
After we put this out, yeah.
Oh, yeah, well, after. Sure.
You know the Flappers effect, dude.
Yeah, you definitely comment. They deleted all your comments off the fucking trailer.
They deleted the trailer.
They deleted the trailer. That's crazy. Because before they deleted the trailer, they deleted the comments.
No, before they deleted the trailer, they deleted the documentary, dude. They didn't even put that out.
They never made that.
Yeah.
They Toontown that motherfucker.
I think Jay Leno might have gadooshed that. Let me set this up here. Yeah, here we go. So when the mayor comes to Flappers, okay, do you want to bet money right now that there's already a Brendan Cooney comment?
I would bet that there's not.
They deleted him? Oh.
Yeah, I mean, they delete comments. They're fucking trash.
Congratulations, what a strong and funny, smart woman. I'm adding your comedy club and restaurant to the live list.
That's cool that she wrote a comment on her own video.
Well, at least we have the view. At least we had the view count, 190. Everyone go show them some love, dude.
Yeah, get this up to 1,000
Yeah.
people. Come on.
Flappers Comedy Club, when the mayor comes. Okay, also, do you think this is real or a bit?
I think it's probably real.
Okay, let's see here.
Hey everyone! Welcome to the next episode of The Mayor Show. We're here at Flappers Comedy.
It's a bit, dude.
Yeah,
It's a bit, dude.
Damn it. I shouldn't have
Buddy
ever
Club.
put any faith in them.
And we're gonna find out more.
We mic'd a guy.
Hey, everyone, we can afford mics now.
Yeah. Hey everyone, we hired somebody that sent us an email to try a one thing with them. And this is what we got out of it.
Ding, 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 ding. Enjoy your city. Get to know your community. All right, this is, the mayor's show. Flappers Comedy Club and Restaurant. Oh, loose quotes around restaurant.
I'm here with Barbara Holiday.
forgot-
Oh, the
owner and
mayor of Burbank, so it's real.
You forgot one important detail also.
What?
One of your homies got some pizza.
Oh yeah. Lisa got pizza. She ordered the pizza and she sent me a video of it. And it said, LOL, they burnt the pizza. And if you play the video, it shows that the side is burnt. Amazing that they're still doing that. The chef must have a thing where he thinks it's better. How are they still doing everything the same way?
pizza.
We've been telling them for years what's going on. We told them about the burnt pizza. We told them about Josh. We told them about the smell. The smell is still there. I don't know what's going on because the bathroom is not broken. Okay? There's got to be a sewage thing, right?
Yeah, even
Why-
the mayor looks like he smelled something nasty right now,
Yeah,
dude.
he knows.
He knows, yeah.
Look, that guy's got some money in his pocket.
We're getting the plumbing down here fast.
That's the mayor. That guy's fucking 26 years old.
Let's see.
CEO of Flappers Comedy Club in Burbank. Hello, Barbara. How are you?
I am fantastic. It's Flappers Comedy Club and Restaurant.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
A lot of people don't know
Douche.
comedy clubs actually have food.
Yeah, and the food here at Flappers is top notch.
Expensive,
People talk about
dude. Nobody talks about that, dude.
Yeah, somebody was like, oh, on one of my tweets that flew off today, they were like, oh, did you get the $18 roast beef?
Oh, my God.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of money, daddy.
But good food.
all the time. So I love the food that you serve here. Every time I
Thank you.
come in, I always order a full meal. It's really
Yes.
great. So talk to me about Flappers. It is a comedy club first and a restaurant second. How did you get into comedy? Where did this whole thing start?
Many, many years ago, we won't talk years until I get into the Flappers decade. But so I got involved in comedy and I was a performer, took a stand-up class and met a friend
Shout
who
out.
became my partner eventually.
Dave.
And we decided we had this crazy idea to open a comedy club. I happened to live in Burbank for 20 years at the time. And I thought, what a great place. Why isn't there a big comedy club in Burbank? We're so close to Hollywood. And
There's still not a big comedy club in Burbank. I feel bad for Barb.
I mean, she's crushing this, dude.
Yeah.
She came ready. She's, she prepares.
She probably took some Xanax or something. She's not getting angry at all.
That's true. Yeah, maybe I don't know how she holds in the anger vibes, because that's like usually her MO is to be super duper angry all the time. She's doing good.
I'm having a great day. There's nothing wrong.
no, I had no idea why none of the other big chains had taken it on. A lot of people don't realize that a comedy club is like a gym for performers, right? Stand-ups have to come and work out. They have to.
Then why isn't it open at 4:34 in the morning, dude?
Yeah, dude. That's the main issue. The club is not open before its enemies.
Yeah.
Should be open before me, dude. You keep an eye
Practice.
on me.
before they go do that 16,000 seat theater or whatever.
right.
They got to try out the jokes, see if they work. And in an intimate setting
Dude,
like ours,
how funny
you
would
know,
it be if the
I mean,
clip
we're
was
small,
like
but
me? It's like an old video. They're so unprofessional and stupid that they put like me or you as the clip doing stand up. I want to be in this video so bad. It only has 190 views. I don't care. I would love to be in this.
You'll be in the comments, Daddy.
I know. Put me on. They're not, now that I know that they hate me, my feelings are a little hurt.
Yeah.
Remember when I was like, dude, I thought I had a good thing with Josh, and you were like, dude, we fucking gadoosh him hard.
We do, dude.
I don't ever remember. not to my knowledge. I don't remember that. I've said so much shit about so much stuff that I don't necessarily remember. I know his character is pretty ridiculous in the screenplay, but it's not, in my mind, that's just how he acts. I said this before, I'll say it again. The only truly mean depiction in the screenplay is Dimby, because Richie sucks. He's a moron. And I wrote him like exactly as he is, and I put a little bit on the end, as Nick Cannon would say. So yeah.
we're big, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
We're total about 9,000 square feet. We have 3 showrooms. We have a 200-seat main
3?
room. We have a smaller Yoo-Hoo room, which holds about 60 people. And then our bar and patio is about 50 to 100, depending on
bar is a
standing or
show.
sitting.
And it's really great. So, like, Jay Leno doesn't want to drive one of his classic cars over the hill. He can come right here
Yes.
and do a whole set.
Yes. In fact, he's coming often. Weekly, bi-weekly. We're very excited. It took a long time to get him here. Actually took COVID to get him here.
You opened Flappers right after the economic downturn of 08, 09.
We're
And then we were
delivering
faced with up.
food now. That was the food section. That blew Jesus' mind. Remember we told him about how Flappers had a model where they were like, they would have a comedian drive to your house, deliver you pizza, and then do 45 minutes while you're eating your cold pizza, your cold burnt pizza. Wow. I mean, who takes a person up on that?
Where do we find those reviews at, dude?
I know. The reviews never say anything about that. It was almost like, did it ever even get done?
I want to read good reviews too. I want to hear like what jokes made you laugh.
I feel like what happened is like people would order food from Flappers. It would get there and the food's fine. I'm not gadooshing the food. When I say that, I mean, maybe not the apple pie pizza, but I don't know what that tastes like. But the food gets to you, you've ordered food from Flappers, and then the comedian is like, all right, well, I'm going to do this. Should I do stand up here? And they're like, no, it's cool. We just want the food is fine. I'm sure you're hilarious, but we're going to watch Lucifer on Netflix or something. We're not going to watch you, dude. You can go.
You can watch it with us.
Economic situation later on. Tell me a little bit about your start and what led to the pandemic.
Yeah, it was in 2010 we opened, and we were lucky enough to get an economic redevelopment grant. We wouldn't have been able to build Flappers without it. So the city has been very, very supportive. Everyone wanted this project to work,
Wow.
I had a partner at the time, and we knew that there were a few things that would always withstand a recession, and that was,
Pause.
alcohol.
Do you think Barb asked the woman sitting next to her if she would do stand up? Because Barb, she like pick certain kinds of comics.
I think Barb would convince the lady next to her to do stand up
Yeah.
and then force her to bring 25 people.
She's like, you should try stand up. And then he's like, where are your friends?
Yeah.
I told you 5 people.
I don't care if you're funny. I want your friends.
Green Goblin Barb.
Yeah.
Entertainment and of course laughter. I mean, you always need laughter when things go bad. It saves us every time. I mean, I always say comedy rules the world. We thought we were doing great. We got launched. We're, 2019, we're flying. We're doing great. I mean,
you weren't.
people are coming in. We've got our processes down. We're
And then Brendan Cooney.
And that's not true that they were doing well.
Yeah.
They've never been doing well.
No.
They've always been on the verge of trying to sell it. And also, remember the plumber story? The plumber came to my house and I idiotly told him, I was like, oh yeah, I do comedy. He's like, oh yeah, you been to Flatbush? He's like, yeah. And he goes, oh yeah, I do the plumbing over there. And unprompted, he goes, they're not doing comedy. The plumber knows. Your plumber knows how you're doing.
When the plumber knows, it's
Yeah.
definitely not good, dude.
When the plumber's your handler,
Yeah, dude.
in this long enough. We're like, okay, we're gonna get this.
Oh, dude, she did not like me.
that waitress,
That waitress did not like me.
I didn't even
yesterday.
see her there.
She's the one that cadooced the camera.
Oh. Mm-hmm. I wonder if she knows who you are, B. Maybe she does, Stevie.
Maybe she doesn't. I honestly, nobody really. I think Josh is the only one that knows me.
I was surprised that I forget the guy's name, but the guy that came to take our drinks definitely know him. I was like, you don't remember me at all? I did one of those, kind of sad.
Yeah.
But no, I recognize him. I didn't see the GM, but yeah, it's been years.
Yeah.
it's new people.
Done, and then 2020, there it is. I mean, if you'd have asked me when we opened, or if someone would have told me that they would have shut down my business, I probably would never have opened. Luckily, I had a very good core
That's me
staff.
behind the bar.
I was only able to keep about 7 people out of my 50 people.
What?
And we hunkered down
God
and we
damn.
made the best of the situation. We started putting all our shows online and trying to reach.
What's happening with Alexander, dude?
Or
Alex-
Danny didn't look too great either.
Danny, where's Danny? Oh,
Up in
yeah,
that top
dude,
left,
Danny.
dude.
Danny has had COVID for 4 years in this photo here, dude.
Yeah, dude, stay in quarantine. Bro. Oh, geez. Yeah, I didn't see Alexander.
Alexander's going through it.
Yeah, at the Hollywood. Saw him.
I think Alexander might be a time traveler, and he used to be Mar. You know what I mean?
Alexander looks like the Biden. Mar who? Oh, Mar.
Come on, Cooney, keep up, Daddy.
Oh, I see. The Mar in the future. Old Mar.
The Kellys, I feel like I've been at their house.
They got pizza delivered.
That's for sure, yeah, dude.
Are those two dual comedy acts? Or are they audience? Maybe all these people are audience for Josh.
Oh, yeah, Josh is the one with the flappers behind him. He's on stage, Daddy.
Do you see the name?
Master Warrior.
Interesting choice.
That is foreshadowing for sure, dude.
And then you always, when you're doing comedy, you always want a giant Zoom logo.
Yeah.
That helps with the delivery.
Yeah.
Looks horrible.
Yeah.
We create a live comedy experience in the Zoom room, which we did
Oh, shit.
great at. And then we also started serving meals for the Great Plates program.
Oh,
So you went
actually,
through
it's
all
different.
this over the last 13
We're
years,
delivering
and you had a partner
food
for
now.
most of it. But
Yes.
just last year, something changed.
Yes.
Brendan
Well,
Cooney.
COVID was an eye opener. We both had a sort of awakening of what do you want to do with your life, as almost everyone did during COVID. And my partner decided that he was kind of done and wanted to pursue his artistic role as a comedian full time. And I just wasn't done yet.
Rough.
That's all. I think there's more here. So I
So they-
decided to buy out my.
What happened? I didn't even know this. This is news to me.
I tried telling you about this like 10 times, dude.
Yeah, I think you did. I went at one in, you're out the other, dude. You know me, dude. I just go. I do vaguely remember you telling me. So did they divorce?
I don't think they're divorced. I think that
Oh.
he's just no longer part of it now.
And he does comedy where?
My partner, and now I am 100% woman owned. So that is both wonderful and scary. I hope we do not have another pandemic.
And tell me a little bit about the stuff coming up. So you've had Flappers University, that's back, and now we're moving into the comedy festival. Tell me about
Dude, people should reach out to the mayor and let him know They want to see Brendan Cooney on stage at Flappers.
Yeah, dude, reach out, write the mayor a letter, dude, because we need to work this shit out.
Yeah.
I can't have my favorite club, my home club, the place, the people I love, the building I love, gadooshing, like just not willing to talk to me. So we're a family, right? Communicate with me. Use your words.
Yeah.
If I did something and I don't know what it was, but if I did something to offend you, I apologize from the bottom of my heart. I want to work this shit out. Though I don't think there is a Flappers without Brendan Cooney. I don't think there's a Brendan Cooney without Flappers. You know what I mean? Fact. TikTok. Yeah, listen. I mean, I can probably carry on without Flappers, but they can't without me. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, yeah, communicate to the mayor this.
Let the mayor know, write letters, leave voicemails. Let's get Brendan back at Flappers.
Tell him you're out.
Yeah.
If you live in Burbank and that this isn't fixed within the next few months, you're gone, Constantine. Ever heard of you? No, I didn't.
So we have a school here called Flappers University, or FU, where learning is a joke. And we have had the school since day one. And I personally love to teach, and we have over
guy looks
20
hilarious.
instructors now. Over
What happened to
350
Ken Pringle?
students.
What happened
They
to
come
Paul
in,
Moon
they
Chance?
take 6-week courses, and then they end up doing a showcase on stage, and they
That's
then
him,
become
dude.
fans of Flappers,
Michael
and then
Rainey.
the kids end up taking. I mean, things. It's quite a flow through of people. We did maintain that during COVID as well.
Oh.
We did classes online, so
that's great.
We were able, and we actually
Pause it.
opened our audience.
Remember when I was gonna tweet? Flappers will traffic children. Remember that? You said do not do that, and then I was on my phone with my parents, and they were like, "Just what's the thing with Flappers?" Because even they know. And I was like, "Well, I've been fucking with them, and I think I'm gonna." And I told them I was gonna do that, and my mom was like, "No, don't do that, please. That's no." I was gonna do that before the show. I don't know. Even now, it seems a bit far.
If you just clip this part, it makes sense, dude. They are.
That's what reminded me of.
Yeah.
We talked about it at In-N-Out last night. We were talking about the 2 milk minimum. This is they charge children for milk. And they and for 2 drinks.
Yeah.
And I was like, and I go 2 $10 Yoo-hoos. And I was like, what do you think the thing is? And you guys were like 6, 4.
Oh, no, you said milk.
Oh.
You said,
what-
how much do you think milk costs? I said
Whatever it
$6.
is, dude, it's at least 10. Back in the day, one monster was $8. 8. They're milking these kids, dude.
No pun intended.
Quite a bit, because we were able to get students from all over the world.
And so now you're gearing up for the Burbank Comedy Festival.
Yes. The Burbank Comedy Festival runs August 13th through 19th.
Josh, is that the correct date?
Yes.
Thank you. Continue.
Oh, man.
August 13th through 19th.
The
And what
the
we
fucking
do
Mansplaining.
mayor of Burbank has a handler, dude.
Yeah, dude. What the fuck? What,
Oh, Josh.
Yeah, Josh works for the mayor, too.
Yeah.
Man, so, let the woman cook, dude. You want to need a man fucking explaining, shit.
Feel free, if you guys have access to our stand-up clips, feel free to submit us to the Burbank Comedy Festival as fans.
No, they'd have to pay for the submission. It's probably like $100.
Holy shit. No way is it $100.
Yeah, it is. It was. I'm sure it's at least 100.
There's no fucking way.
Yeah, dude, 100%. It was like it used to be 75, and I'm pretty sure like years ago Heather said that it was 100.
Burbank
Yeah, you can check.
Comedy Festival.
I bet you it's more than 100. Is it coming up now? Isn't it usually
August?
August, so it might be a minute. But I guess maybe they take submissions now. There it is. Well, Burbank submission form. That's different.
Well, it's gonna have the price on here, dude.
Oh, yeah, you can see. I think you got to fill out fake shit to see the price.
God damn it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's at least too much.
Jesus Christ, they want everything, dude.
Yeah.
Hijo. Oh, $50.
That's it?
It's $50.
Are you sure?
It says right there, $50.
Because I remember Heather saying it was $100.
Burbank Festival submissions, $50. Quantity
Oh,
one.
must have gone down.
Yeah. All right. Well, never mind, fans.
We
All right, well, still,
run a
that's too
whole
much,
week
yes.
of events here at Flappers.
I mean, there's ways to send them our tapes and not, bypass the submission
Yeah,
process.
I'm sure they're going to accept me.
Write them a long letter about how this could be good for their future, because it's true.
Well, that reminds me of remember when I did the fake protest? I was like, did a fake organizing like Flappers is against COVID restrictions, and we're going to meet up and protest to reopen Flappers. That was so funny. So a lot of people thought that was real.
Dude, I mean, look at Fourth Wall, dude. Joe Menente came on here. We hardly talk about that guy. You know what I mean?
It's funny. He didn't know. He wasn't aware of it. I'd like read off my tweets, and he'd be like, "Oh my, I can't believe you said that." So funny.
Comedians submit from all over the country, all over the world, really, and they stay at our local hotels here. And we teach classes in the morning. We do panels in the afternoon.
So it's a whole day event.
Yes, and then there's shows every night, culminating with the Best of the Fest on Saturday. And we basically have industry come in. We get a lot of industry coming to watch the Comedian Fest Festival. If you're in town,
Akshay,
you come
dude.
and see a show,
I laughed 'cause it
because
said
these are
industry.
comedians that aren't necessarily regulars here and are real up-and-comers.
I was able to attend Gerard Carmichael's workshop on the Golden Globes speech that he did. So he hosted the Golden Globes this year, and he came to Flappers in the smaller room in the back for a couple of nights, just workshopping material
In the green room?
for
The
that
smaller room in the
show.
back.
And I don't know if it's because
he
you're one of the
practiced in
very
the Yoo-Hoo
few
room.
woman-owned
Interesting.
comedy clubs, but you've created a vibe here that is very, like you said,
Confrontational.
Yeah. It's very angry, and I feel like you're on your period.
generous and welcoming.
Yes.
And,
Not
and
what
so
there's
all
to
the
say.
comics I talk to, they love coming here and they love working with you.
Yes, yes.
What?
Well, Gerard, Carmichael,
Oh my
he
God.
started here as an open mic comedian, and that was in, 2010. And you never know. That's the great thing about clubs is this is where it begins. And then it's so awesome to see people launch from here. I mean, we've had many other successes from here. Drew Lynch, Samuel Comroe,
Brendan Cooney.
Taylor Tomlinson, all great comics who really got
no
their
mention.
their feet wet, and then now they're all super famous. And
Tell me about
Watching Brendan Chop 10 minutes every week.
well, we call it a family-friendly show. It's called 2 Milk Minimum.
Uh-oh.
The name came about because in a comedy club,
Pray for these
we have a
kids.
2-item minimum. And so I was producing shows other places. People would always ask, "Oh, am I old enough to get in?" And if they were under 21, I'd say, "Sure, but it's a 2 milk minimum for you." So the name kind of
Hilarious.
stuck. It's a perfect name. And his parents actually call us and go, "Do we have to buy 2 milks?" I'm like, no, it's just
Yeah, right.
if you're lactose intolerant, stay out of the front row. But
You have to buy
2 milk
something,
minimum
though.
Buy
every
something.
Saturday at 4 p.m.
It doesn't
and
have
it's
to
really
be
just
milk, but it
a
has to
clean-
be 3 things.
Yeah. No, you still have to buy alcohol.
It has to equal $50, and there is a surcharge that they've called us out on that's not legal, but we do it anyways.
But the mayor's in our pocket, dude.
And it smells like sewage in the club.
show.
Well, let's see if you
The
can launch my
toilet is
career.
dangerously
I
close
wanted
to the
see
kitchen. I know that has nothing to do with what you have to buy, but it's very nice to know.
Yeah.
If I could take you up on maybe doing a few minutes and give me some
Okay.
feedback.
No.
It's all constructive, all to just make you better as a comedian, a writer, and a human.
Yes, that's right. And humans do cry, so if I cry afterwards, it's real. All right, thank you.
We'll try not to make you cry.
So without further ado, let's get this audition started. It's time to bring up our first comedian of the evening, Constantine Anthony, ladies and gentlemen.
his face
Round of
all shaky?
applause. All right.
Everyone talks to me and say, "Hey, man, it's so hard keeping up in Burbank. It's hard to get by." And I say, "Yeah, Burbank is kind of like the game of Monopoly. The rents are keep going up. You're only getting $200 a paycheck, but at least we've got free parking."
Interesting.
Well, thank you so much again, Barbara and Josh. You've got such a great gem here in the city of Burbank. For everyone back home, check out Flappers Comedy on all the socials and come see a show. Come see the kids' show, the 2 Milk Minimum, on Saturdays at 4 or any night during the week. They're open 7 days a week. It's really a wonderful club. And please, please check out the food. You gotta come and eat. The dinners here are amazing. Thank you so much, everybody.
Dude, how good is your smile, dude?
Not good.
Let me see it.
No, I don't want to do it. No.
Cooney.
No, I'm not smiling.
You'd
Not
never,
you, not the mayor of Burbank, not Flappers Comedy Club. Never tell me what to do.
motherfucker.
You just got it, though. I just laughed, so I was smiling. You tricked me.
Could I be mayor? Wait. See me?
You'd have to move to Burbank. You could be mayor of wherever you live now.
Guys, and when it comes to Raccoon Tweeties, you know that we have a great restaurant here. The food is delicious.
Well, Alpha Hawk rule number 798 is to always vote for your co-host. So
There you go. So I got one
I'll
vote,
vote
dude.
for you.
Oh shit, I'm a write-in, but it's fine. You know what I mean?
How do I spell Gerald Allercran?
And if you have a free week, come down to T-Fat-K. The dicks are huge, dude. Huge. And we're gay. Boom. Boom. Well, anyways, that was fun, dude.
I hope you enjoyed it. We finally got back to Flappers thanks to
Yes.
this guy. And shout out to Jesus Sepulveda. All right, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the extra episode. It's awesome to have done 100.
We'll be back later
We'll be
this
back.
week. I'm
Shout
going to be
out
at
to
the
this.
Bruce's on Wednesday in Santa Fe Springs.
Hell yes.
Yeah, daddy.
Yeah. May 17th, I have a show at Cave Dwellers. Check out on Eventbrite. May 25th, I'm back at Fourth Wall.
Nice.
Yeah. You want to do it?
What?
You going to plug anything else?
No, that's it.
All right, bye.